I'm gonna drop a little corn on the roof, see if I can distract her.
You're wasting money. Stop.
Just keeping you on your toes. Alright, so luckily H&R Brownsville had part in stock. I think this solenoid here was a problem, just getting weak, and it kicked the rotor out occasionally whenever it got hot. It was that right there. Not the easiest place to get to, but still a relatively easy fix overall. So anyway, we're gonna finish getting this combine serviced, and University of Tennessee and Pioneer should be out here in about 20 minutes. We got a variety trial plots to get out, so it's gonna take us a while doing that. All right, everybody getting set up on the test plots. Got 30 something plots to do, I think. I'll bring y'all back when we get them done. Well, apparently the solenoid was not the problem. Made one first pass on the test plots and the rotor kicked off and will not come back on. So got H&R on the way out here, but I'm gonna try and get a little head start on diagnosing it here. Let's retrieve all our faults here. Alright, these are the ones we're concerned with. The rotor ETR, clutch voltage supply, current, and the stuff about the feeder probably happened when the rotor, because the feeder will not come on with the rotor disengaged.
3 hours later.
Alright, well, we're back running again. I don't know if we got the problem fixed because, well, we really didn't find anything wrong. Tech from H&R came out and examined wires and harnesses, checked continuity on wires, checked to see if we're getting voltage where we're supposed to, and everything checked out fine. And we cut a load, nothing acted up on it. So I don't know, it might have just maybe it was a connection at a wiring harness, and just the act of plugging and unplugging it got it straightened out. I don't know, but anyway, if it's running there, you really can't do any diagnosing to fix it. So hopefully the problem's solved. Hopefully the problem was just in a bad connection and it'll run good now. If not, the only thing we can do is run it till it messes up again. I don't know. Anyway, we got a cold front. We got a pretty strong cold front moving in here real soon, supposedly within the next couple hours. It's supposed to bring some rain, so goal right now is to get all these test plots finished up before the rain gets here. So we'll see if we can get that done.
So we were doing test plots today, and I just had to get in there to move all that grain over so we could keep doing test plots. I don't know what number we're on, but there they're at. But now I'm covered in corn dust, and I'm pretty sure I have corn in places that it shouldn't be. The things I do for my job. I need a raise to Cabo. Or, you know, I'll even take Boca Raton, Florida. Just saying.
I'll tell you what, there is absolutely nothing I hate worse than intermittent electrical problems. I mean, if it's going to tear up, I just prefer just to be completely broke and stay broke until we find what the problem is. But these intermittent electrical problems, they just kind of come and go. And of course, it never messes up when the technician's out here. It'll always wait until after he leaves. Those kinds of problems is what makes me want to pull. What little bit of hair I got on top of my head makes me want to pull it out. But when you got modern equipment, those are frequently the types of problems you got to deal with.
Okay, so we just have one side of the buggy that's full. Zach is gone with the truck. I'm going to try and do a little gangster move right here. And I'm gonna put the side that is empty on the ditch and hope that the grain goes on that side. That's my plan. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try. The ditch is right over here. So, let's see if it works. Because that's a lot of weight. Yikes. So, I mean, sometimes I come up with great ideas, sometimes I don't. Let's just see if it works. Okay, so, that's a hill. Figure if I make it lean a little bit, it will come to the other side. Like, come on, baby, let's go. There you go. Let's gangster lean it. Come on. Spread the other side. There you go, girl. Yes. See, I got plans. Problem is, I don't want to run over that, but if Matt had done that, it'd work a heck of a lot better. Let's see if I can try the other side. Well, it didn't work as best as I thought it would, but I'm either gonna have to have people come in to the buggy and try and move it, or we just wait for the truck to come back. It's just gonna be up to him.
With Kelly playing hide and seek in the grain buggy. Guess she said shifting a little grain around to get more in there. Making obscene gestures to me. I don't think that's very appropriate for a family program. Alright, we're down to our last two plots. So we're kind of getting a log jam here. That cold front is almost here. It's starting to look pretty dark right over there. And Zach just left with the load, and we got these two plots and got corn in the grain buggy. Hopefully Zach can get unloaded and get back before these storms hit. Well, the rain has arrived, but it looks like that the heaviest of it is going just north of us, so well, maybe it'll be brief and we won't have to shut down much. I'm loaded up, Kelly's getting unloaded, trying to get it all in there before a serious downpour comes. But I don't know if we're going to get that serious downpour or not. The worst of it's definitely going north of us. Alright, let's get started back. It looks like that sail died down and went past us, but I don't think it's the actual cold front. I think the cold front's still over in Arkansas, so we might still have another squall line come through at some point today.
When will you people realize I was right? It's not going to rain.
I know that you're always right. I never question your wisdom.
Because Mother Nature and I have a pact.
Alright, if y'all remember back from this spring, I believe the video was titled Kelly to the Rescue, where I'd gotten stuck with a dirt pan. It was this waterway that I'd been working on and got stuck in, so let's see what kind of shape it's in now. You can tell the corn doesn't look all that great where I had to scrape and move all that dirt. Hopefully it's not washed real bad though. We had a few gully washers this year. There's that my hole right there to the right where I've sunk in. There's a small hole there, but it's not as bad as it was. So it looks like we did do some good out here. It's going to take a little bit more dirt, I reckon. Well, we got some pretty respectable corn out here. But the lack of chicken litter is definitely showing up. Still got quite a bit of green in those plants too. That's a long season variety for you. Pioneer 1847. I know this variety is capable of a lot more than what it's doing though. I'm gonna drop a little corn on a roof, see if I can distract her.
You're wasting money. Stop.
Just keeping you on your toes.
Let's try that the other way around, okay? See what happens.
Okay, I don't see anything happening.
If I did that, you'd cuss me out.
I know several of y'all probably wondering why I don't dump on Kelly as she's dumping into the truck to save a little bit of time, and that's because we have scales on our grain cart, and that's how we keep track of how many bushels comes off of each farm, you know, so we know what to pay our landlords. And if I was dumping on her while she was actively unloading, there's no way we would get an accurate measurement, so we have to wait until she's got the grain buggy emptied, can reset the scale, and then I dump on her, and then she weighs that and then dumps it in the truck. Hey Kelly, be sure to clean off that cab corn you got on top there.
No, I think the combine driver's going to clean all of this and wash my windows.
Normally the combine driver does all that anyway.
No, because my windows haven't been washed in days.
Because they work dirty.
Because I cleaned them off. Thank you.
Wow, she's demanding, ain't she? But then again, she makes my lunch every day, so I can't complain. Good things I made friends with Dylan Joyce here in the last year. I was watching his video here, and apparently he's bought an excavator. Something that I don't have. I might have to hit him up and go borrow it one day. You know, just to try it out and see if I might potentially want one. Yes, I do want one, but it's not in the cards right now. Typically, if we need an excavator, we'll rent one once a year to do all the field work that we need to. We'll rent it for a week's period and then turn it back. So far for us, doing it that way has been definitely cheaper than ownership. But it sure would be nice just to have a track go around, because there are several times we could use one throughout the year and we don't have one. It would make some jobs a little bit easier than using the other equipment that we have. I know in a couple of our previous corn harvest videos, several commenters have made a comment that I need another truck. Well, yeah, I would. Another truck, another driver would definitely speed up corn harvest some, but is it worth the extra cost? And so far, the answer is no, it's not worth the extra cost. You know, right now, you know, we're not carrying any grain to the granary. All of our grain is going into our grain bins, where we will then dry it down, and then we will deliver it. Starting in December. Right now, our farthest farm away from the grain bins that we have corn on is about 8 miles. It's one we did several days ago where we had the super high yielding corn. Right now, it takes Zach about 12 minutes to unload a truck whenever he gets to the shop. So the quickest I can possibly fill up a truck is 20 minutes. I showed that in a previous video. Most times I'm not filling up a truck that fast because we don't have all big fields with all, you know, 250 bushel plus corn. It's really not that much out of the year where I'm actually sitting and waiting. This year it's just kind of worked out that way. But you know, to buy a new truck, well, not a new truck, but to buy another truck, you know, I'm not going to buy anything that's junk. You know, if I'm going to buy one, it's going to have to be roadworthy. It's going to have to be capable of trusting it on a, you know, a 50-mile round trip to haul grain in the winter. So between a truck and a trailer, you know, in decent condition, you know, you're looking at least between $30,000 to $40,000. And then, you know, you're looking at maintenance on that truck. You're looking at tires. You're looking at insurance, tags. All that stuff costs money every single year, especially, you know, the insurance and tags. So if we'd had another truck, I'd say it might have saved us maybe a day or 2 days worth of work total. But you know, now that we're closer to the house, we're not having to wait quite as long. And as soon as we get done with this farm, we'll be back around the grain bins again, and there will be virtually no waiting there. So, you know, financially, it just doesn't make sense right now for us to get another truck, trailer, or driver. It really would not get used that much. We can still manage just fine with one truck. You know, once we get the soybeans, you know, it won't be any problem at all managing with one truck. kind of my philosophy on our farm is to keep things as simple as possible, because Lord knows there's enough complicated things we got to worry about. So having one less engine, one less drivetrain, 18 less tires, 4 less batteries on our farm, you know, it can simplify your operation quite a bit. So eventually one day, you know, we start growing a lot more corn. You know, currently we're growing on average around 500 acres a year. You know, one day we get bigger, grow more corn, well, we might be able to justify it. But that day is not today, and it's not next year either. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. What definitely could benefit me though would be a bigger grain cart. You know, I could get into a bigger grain cart relatively new with a few more options than what we've got for probably, well, I could get into that for less than the cost of another truck and trailer. And one of the biggest holdups has been that, you know, our truck will hold between 1,100 and 1,200 bushels of corn, just depending on how high Kelly loads it up. Well, our grain cart only holds about between 850 to 900 bushels. So to make a load, Kelly's got to first load the truck, then come back to where I'm at, grab another load from me, and then go back and load the truck again before Zach can take off, rather than just loading it once and letting him take off. That's where a big part of our holdup is. So if we were to get, say, an 1,100 bushel grain cart, load it all the way up, and Kelly could get Zach loaded at one time and then send them on our way, you know, we could probably easily get another 2 to 3 trucks a day in really high yielding corn. So technically a bigger grain cart would make more sense for us. I think our tractors would pull it, especially if I put some kind of drawbar support on there. It's got the heavy duty drawbar, but you start toting around, you know, 65,000 pounds of corn. That's a lot of weight, and I would probably need to rig up some extra support just to be on the safe side. Well, it looks like the cold front's going to come on by without leaving us any serious rain, which is just fine with me. I tell you what, I sure am looking forward tomorrow to lower temperatures and probably real low humidity. That means no sweating. I'm about tired of the humidity. Not going to be exactly what we need on finishing the cotton and all, but you got to look the silver lining. We're all loaded up again. I reckon we're probably going to try and cut another couple truckloads today and call it quits. All right, you see those corn stalks blowing? Well, I think that cold front has arrived. It might be a little chilly whenever I step outside this combine. All right, we got a little bit of late evening cover crop planting tonight. Roy wasn't able to come in today, had to get his truck fixed, so just staying here a little later trying to get caught up, get most of this done, let Zach finish up what I leave tonight, let him finish it up first thing in the morning. That cold front has definitely moved through. I got out of that combine and temperature definitely dropped a little bit. That wind whooping good. Made blowing off the combine a lot easier tonight though, kept all the dust blown away from it, so I'm not as miserable as I normally am. But yeah, that temperature's dropping. I think it's going to continue to drop all night. Man, I sure am glad to see it. It feels perfect out there to me. I guarantee you though, when I get home though, Kelly's going to be in a hoodie and her sweatpants and be complaining about how cold it is. Might even have the heat cut on, who knows. It's finally gotten to some good sleeping weather though. I'm really looking forward to it. But anyway, we're gonna plant here for about another hour, then head on in, grab a bite to eat, and get ready to go again tomorrow.
So we finished up about 8:30. It is now after 9 sometime. I have put diesel in the service truck. Zach has already dumped the last load of the night and gone home for the day. And Matt is out on the drill. So I'm gonna go home and attempt to find something for dinner. I cooked a big roast last night. I still have to do probably 2 to 3 loads of laundry before I go to bed. And yeah, I'm tired. 12-hour days. I get up at 6 every day, have to get a kid to school. Between 7:15 and about 9:30, I do laundry, clean the house, make lunches, pay bills, make appointments, do all that fun stuff, and then go out and work 12 hours a day, go home, repeat, swap out laundries, clean, and attempt to eat and shower before midnight. So harvest is long days, but we're getting close to the finish line, so hopefully we'll be done with corn in about 3 or 4 days. So that's all she wrote for today.